to ABC in the morning, live on ABC News GH. On YouTube, the channel is ABC News GH. I am Abna Mant. It's a pleasure to come your way this morning, Friday, 25th October 2024. The last working day in the week for those who have 5 working days in the week. I know that on Fridays you look forward to the weekend and you're excited for the weekend. You're excited that for a few days you can take some rest before going back to work. For a few days you get to rejuvenate and charge all your batteries. It's a great day today. We'll bring you all of the news, the insights, the trends, and all you need for a complete day. The conversations, as always, will be very engaging, so you should be a part of us. We will open the phone lines when it's time so that you too will have your say on ABC in the morning. If you've made it up until Friday, then it means that you're keeping the faith and you're fighting, you're doing well, that you overcome all of the obstacles in your way. And I want to say that you have done well so far. Continue what you're doing and you will be successful in everything you set your heart and mind to. It is a beautiful day. Make it count. Let's take a short breather. We will be back with Front Story. You're still watching ABC in the morning. We are live on ABC News GH. Today on Front Story, we are looking at UTAG strike. A few days ago, we spoke with the UTAG. They mentioned they were going into a National Executive Committee meeting and would update us on everything that happens after the meeting. Yesterday, through a press statement, UTAG announced, or UTAG called, the National Executive Committee called for a suspension of the strike. The National Executive Committee called for a suspension of the strike, and in a rather surprising move, the National Executive Committee of the University Teachers Association of Ghana, UTAG, has called on its members to suspend their strike by Tuesday, October 29, 2024. This directive comes after several weeks of industrial action that has severely affected academic activities in public universities across the countries. It has severely affected academic activities in public universities across the country. In a press statement dated October 24, the National Executive Committee explained that the government had given assurances that efforts will be intensified to combat the Galamsey menace and assured that they would continue monitoring the situation to ensure their demands were met. Let us look at the statement UTAG released. Let me read the statement for you. So it is dated October 24, 2024. All UTAG members, update on UTAG strike action against illegal mining in Galamsey. UTAG initiated a nationwide strike on the 10th of October 2024, calling on the government to ban mining and prospecting for gold and other minerals in forest reserves, farms, and water bodies. The devastating effects of Galamsey on the environment, particularly on water bodies, forest reserves, agricultural lands, and livelihoods, have been well documented. As scholars and educators, we believe it is our civic responsibility to ensure that future generations of Ghana inherit a sustainable and healthy environment. During the strike, UTAG members across the country demonstrated a deep sense of purpose and commitment. We used various platforms to raise awareness of the issue, amplifying the call for decisive action on this critical national challenge. Our non-political advocacy approach was evident through a hashtag campaign, leveraging media platforms for support and engaging constructively to push our demands. Beyond our demand for the government to ban mining and prospecting in forest reserves, farms and water bodies, we also called for the speedy revocation of the Environmental Protection Mining in Forest Reserves Regulation 2022 LI 2462 and requested the government to expand the scope of its task force to include forest reserves in the fight against illegal mining. Additionally, UTAG developed a pact for candidates of the 2024 presidential elections, which aims to secure their commitment to fighting illegal mining activities. Discussions with various stakeholders regarding the signing of this pact have started. Our strike action has demonstrated significantly throughout the country our commitment to protecting and sustaining the environment for present and future generations. We have won the admiration and confidence of the Ghanaian people and us to always stand up for the welfare of our country. In light of these, the National Executive Committee, after thorough deliberations, has directed to suspend the strike effective Tuesday, 29th October 2024, and is seeking members' affirmation or otherwise of this directive. The National Independent Elections Committee is hereby directed to facilitate this process by the close of Monday, 28th October 2024, to make an immediate decision on this suspension. We extend our profound gratitude to all members for the unwavering support during the strike and to all stakeholders who have committed to working with us in the interest of our nation. Let us remain vigilant and united in the pursuit of a sustainable future for Ghana. Thank you. Signed, Professor Mamudu A. Akudugu, National President, Dr. Ilyasu Mumuni, National Secretary. So this is the statement by UTAG. This is the statement by UTAG, and they said that the independent election committee should hold the election so that they can get the number of members who will be for the strike or not for the strike. And this is from UTAG. This is from UTAG. All of these should remember is because of the Galamsey menace. The Galamsey menace in the country affecting Ghanaians and all. Organized labor decided to go on strike. UTAG, when organized labor suspended their strike, UTAG pressed on with their strike, and because of that, they went to vote. UTAG voted, and their action ensued after 77.95% of its members voted in support of the strike, following organized labor suspension of its planned nationwide Galamsey strike on Wednesday, October 9, 2024. UTAG argued that the environmental damage caused by Galamsey, particularly the destruction of water bodies, posed a threat to national sustainability. It therefore proceeded to declare an indefinite strike with the caveat that the strike will only be suspended if government formally announces a nationwide ban on mining and prospecting activities in protected areas, including forest reserves, farmlands, and water bodies on the issue. Thus, the decision by UTAG to call off a strike comes as a surprise to many, as this objective is yet to be achieved. Prior to this, the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC, called on the University Teachers Association of Ghana to call off its indefinite strike to avoid disruption to universities' academic calendar. And speaking at the 14th congregation of the Accra College of Education over the weekend, Professor Ahmed Jinapor Abdullahi, while acknowledging UTAG's concern for an end to the menace, said the union must, as a matter of urgency, call off the strike and return to the classroom to avoid further disruptions to the academic calendar. Some members of UTAG, who identify themselves as the silent majority, also issued a 3-day ultimatum to the association's national leadership, calling for an immediate cessation of the ongoing strike over illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey. The members, at a press conference in Accra on Tuesday, October 15, argued that there was no justification for the strike, especially after organized labor had called off its action following government assurances to tackle illegal mining. This internal dissent within UTAG, a body representing university teachers, highlights mounting pressures among some members regarding the continuation of the strike. Amidst all of these, UTAG has now said, the National Executive Committee has called for a suspension of the strike effective 29th October and has directed the National Independent Election Committee to conduct an election on 28th Monday so that they can come to a finite decision on whether to suspend the strike or to continue with the strike. We will speak with the national president of UTAG, Professor Mahmoud Akudugu, on this so that we can understand what is happening. And we spoke with them a few days ago where he said that they were going into the National Executive Committee meeting. They have gone into the meeting. This is the decision after the meeting. Let's get more from Professor Mahmoud Akudugu. So whilst we wait to establish contact with him, this is how far UTAG strike has come. This is how far the strike by the University Teachers Association of Ghana, UTAG, has come. UTAG says that they are calling for the suspension of strike pending the vote by members across all 15 campuses of UTAG. Across all of UTAG campuses, they need to vote and then they will take a decision. UTAG leadership does not just take a decision for all members. Any decision is subject to a vote. And on 28th, UTAG is looking forward to their members voting so that by 29th, they would have taken a decision on that. In any case, the National Executive Committee of the University Teachers Association, UTAG, have called for a suspension of strike. But the question is, they said that they needed government to take a decisive action on Galamsey, otherwise they were not going to suspend the strike. They were calling for a complete ban. Government has not placed any ban on all of these. So we want to understand why UTAG has now rescinded its decision. Government hasn't done what you were expecting. You were expecting to go, you were expecting government to do certain things. Government has not done it, but you are saying that now you are suspending the strike. So we want to understand. For a while, UTAG was one of the few that were still standing on business in this strike against Galamsey. When it had started, it started with organized labor and so many groups calling for a halt on Galamsey, a blanket ban on mining and all, from the Ghana Medical Association to the Media Coalition Against Illegal Mining, Eco-Conscious, so many groups. And many of these groups had suspended their decision. Standing on business has been UTAG until yesterday when they said that they are calling for a suspension. Let's speak with Professor Mahmoud Akudugu, National President for the University Teachers Association of Ghana. Good morning, Prof. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Prof, does this development suggest in any way that UTAG is satisfied with the government's action with government's action so far towards ending illegal mining?
That's far from it. We are not satisfied with government actions, um, but it's for our members to decide.
Well, your members will not go and decide if you don't table it before them. What has
Yes. So
caused you to table this suspension before them?
what caused us to table
To make,
the
yes.
suspension? Yes, it's a balance between uh, putting the interests of our students alongside the interests of our future survival. And so we thought that it was important that we get back to our members to let them know that yes, we are not satisfied with that the actions taken by government so far. But given that the future leaders of this country, we have the responsibility of shaping their minds to lead the country in the future. And we also have the responsibility of demanding environmental sustainability for our existence. And so to balance these two important things that we stand for, we needed to get back to our members to decide whether we should continue to demand a nationwide ban on mining in forest reserves, farmlands, and water bodies, whilst our students continue to stay at home, or we should suspend and let our students come back so that when the actions continue to be the way that they are without any improvement, then at some point we can decide to take it on again.
Prof, are you saying that there has not been any pressure from anybody to suspend the strike? Pressure from within, pressure from outside your group?
I don't understand what you mean by pressure from outside or whatever. As I said, we consider we are in this country. We consider the fact that our students we've worked so hard over time to get the academic calendar back to normal after the COVID effect. And so some of the universities were beginning to get back to normal academic calendar this year. A number of them were supposed to resume in in September. That couldn't happen. And when the issues of the senior staff and the administrators were resolved and they were supposed to come back, then UTA strike kicked in. And so there is that danger of, again, losing track of the academic calendar. And so these are the considerations that we took and said, well, as executive, we cannot decide on our own that we want to completely suspend the strike and go back. So members will have to decide and weigh the options and decide whether that should be the case. There is no, if you're talking about pressure, I do not think that there is any external pressure beyond the fact that we are also part of the system and we have considered these matters and decided that we should go back to our members. Nobody has pressured us in any way to take this decision.
There's a group within Utah called the Silent Majority. They had mentioned exactly what you are mentioning. A few weeks ago, they were calling for UTAG to end the strike because they said that COVID had disrupted the academic calendar so much so that now that the academic calendar was sort of taking shape again, this strike was going to mess it up and throw you off track. So it was on this foundation that they were calling that UTAG to, and they were calling for UTAG to suspend or call off the strike. In your conversations, have you had any deliberations with this group, Silent Majority, within UTAG?
You know, every group we have diversified opinions, especially with academics. We have all the disciplines in the world that you can think about. We have all so people have their divergent opinions. They express them and all that. They express their opinions. They are our members, and so we've taken it back to our members. It doesn't matter whether somebody is silent majority or silent minority, whatever it is. We've taken it back to our members for consideration. You remember that group gave us, they were asking that the strike be called off by last week for Friday. That didn't happen. They gave another communique that it should be immediately suspended. That didn't happen. And so we are looking at the whole broader issue and not just about some group with whatever label. It's the bigger picture that we are looking at. And we're taking this decision based on that bigger picture and not an individual or some group of people somewhere.
Prof, you said that in calling for a suspension of the strike, it is a balance between the interest of the students and the interest of UTAG as a whole. What other considerations did you table before reaching this conclusion of suspending the strike beyond the students, beyond UTAG as a group? Are there any other considerations you looked at?
No, these are the main considerations, because this is unprecedented, because this is the first time that UTAG is on a strike action that has nothing to do with its conditions of service. And so it's a new territory, it's a new uncharted waters that UTAG took upon itself. And we believe that we've done our part, and our members, again, balancing what I've just said, will decide by Monday, the 28th of October, whether they believe that we should suspend or we should not suspend. There were no any other considerations apart from what I've said.
So if the members vote no, NEC is going to go by the no?
Of course. The call is for members to make. And also, again, we understand maybe the other consideration that I probably escaped me is the fact that Parliament that is supposed, for example, to do the revocation of the LI has been indefinitely adjourned. So we don't know how long it will take Parliament to come back. And given that we have just barely about a month or two for the whole governance system to be to change, we also thought that we could not be on strike for in perpetuity, and we're balancing these interests and knowing the reality that confronts us in terms of what is happening with that arm of government. We thought it's better to get back to our members. And so these are the key underlying issues that we considered in getting to that decision.
Prof, your statement captures the creation of a pact, and we have had conversations on this pact for candidates ahead of the elections. The last time we spoke, you said that the political parties are underestimating the magnitude of Galamsey. However, you have put together a solid document, a solid pact that you believe they can all come to. But at the time we spoke, you hadn't yet engaged them. Have you now engaged them, Prof?
Yeah, we have now drafted the pact. We have started the engagement processes with other like-minded organizations to make their inputs before we take it to the political parties or the flag bearers to append or to sign. And so the engagement processes are still ongoing.
Okay, the processes are still ongoing. We are looking forward to what happens on Monday and Tuesday, whether your members vote in favor or not in favor of the suspension of strike. Thank you for speaking with us, Prof. We'll most definitely be coming back for more on this.
Okay. Sure.
Professor Mahmood Akudugu is the national president for the University Teachers Association of Ghana. The UTAG, University Teachers Association of Ghana, National Executive Committee have called for a suspension of the strike that they have been on. And Prof says that this call is because they are looking at a balance between the interest of students and the interest of UTAG as a group. This is the very first strike UTAG has gone on, which is not about the conditions of service. This is a strike that is not about UTAG, it's not about their members, it's not about what they are going through, what they need from governments. No, this strike was solely about Galamsey. But Prof also understands that the students are affected because of their decision to go on strike. He recalls and tells us that because of COVID, the academic calendar changed in a very drastic way. However, post-COVID, the calendar has begun to take some form, has begun to take some shape. This strike is sort of veering it off the road that it's been on. Regularly or normally, academic year will start in September, and this year some of the students would have been able to go to school in September if not for the strike. Prof says that they cannot be on strike in perpetuity, especially as Parliament has been adjourned indefinitely. Because of this, it has necessitated that the National Executive Committee takes a look again at their action and also go back to their members who before voted in favor of the strike, asking them again if they will vote in favor of the suspension of strike, so that their students can also be taken care of, so that the students can go back to the classroom, so that school can continue. Because without the teachers, obviously, lectures cannot continue. And it's for this reason that the National Executive Committee has called on members in all of the UTAG campuses to vote again, this time to decide whether to continue with the action or to suspend the strike. On Monday, the UTAG National Executive Committee has directed the Independent Election Committee of UTAG to conduct the elections across all of the campuses. We're looking forward to the outcome of the elections, and based on that outcome, we will again engage with UTAG to find out the way forward for them. But that is it for the story on UTAG, the conversation on UTAG. At the moment, Executive Committee of UTAG has called for the suspension of strike. The strike is against Galamsey, the menace that is an albatross on the neck of Ghana. This is what UTAG is calling for at the moment. That's all for Front Story this morning on ABC in the Morning. Stay with us, we will be back.
2017, the NPP inherited a fragmented digital infrastructure that limited public service efficiency. Since then, we've revolutionized how services are delivered with the Ghana card and mobile money interoperability, enhancing speed and accessibility. Our efforts have greatly improved government interactions, making life easier for every Ghanaian. However, our vision doesn't stop here. We aim to further expand and modernize Ghana's digital landscape. The journey towards a fully integrated digital society continues. Stand with us. Vote for innovation. Vote for Bawumia.
In 2017, the NPP inherited an infrastructure network in need of renewal. We've since focused on building modern, resilient infrastructure, expanding roads, railways, and housing through strong partnerships with the private sector. As we enter the next chapter, a revitalized public works department will lead maintenance, with local governments enhancing district roads. We are committed to expanding railways and upgrading airports to connect Ghana for a stronger future. While much has been achieved, there's still more to do. Vote for Bawumia. Bawumia means business. Over the past 8 years, the NPP has significantly improved support for our most vulnerable citizens. From expanding school meal programs, enrolling 300,000 more people in the LEAP initiative, enhancing health care for expectant mothers, we've strengthened the fabric of our...
Thank you for staying with us on ABCN The Morning. Let's get straight into the latest in the world of sports. Derek Kumikisiedu is on hand to give us all the latest.
5 million children have benefited from free SHS. Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Baumia, #1 on the ballot.
Over the past 8 years, the NPP has significantly improved support for our most vulnerable citizens. From expanding school meal programs, enrolling 300,000 more people in the LEAP initiative, enhancing health care for expectant mothers, we've strengthened the fabric of our society. But our work isn't done. We are committed to further enhancing these programs and introducing new initiatives to ensure that every Ghanaian has the opportunity to thrive. Vote for progress. Vote for care. Vote for...
One night, 100 leading companies, 100 coveted business awards. This is the Ghana Club 100, powered by GIPC. It's time to honor Ghanaian companies that have stood the test of time, made an impact, and are blazing the trail in their respective industries. Join us for the 21st edition of the Ghana Club 100 Awards on Friday, October 25th, 2024 at 6 p.m. at the Palms at La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Purchase your tickets now via the USSD short code *365*2100#. Alternatively, you can call 0243 534 559 or 0247 600 860 to RSVP. This event is under the auspices of the Office of the President, Ranking Partner, KPMG, Ticket Partner, COBA, Diamond Sponsors, Platinum Sponsors, Gold Sponsors, Supporting Sponsors, Beverage Sponsors, Media Partner, ABC News TV, Ghana Club 100, celebrating Ghana's business leaders. One night, 100 leading companies, 100 coveted business awards. This is the Ghana Club 100, powered by GIPC. It's time to honor Ghanaian companies that have stood the test of time, made an impact, and are blazing the trail in their respective industries. Join us for the 21st edition of the Ghana Club 100 Awards on Friday, October 25th, 2024 at 6 p.m. at the Palms at La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Purchase your tickets now via the USSD short code *365*2100#. Alternatively, you can call 0243 534 559 or 0247 600 860 to RSVP. This event is under the auspices of the Office of the President, Ranking Partner, KPMG, Ticket Partner, COBA, Diamond Sponsors, Platinum Sponsors, Gold Sponsors, Supporting Sponsors, Beverage Sponsors, Media Partner, ABC News TV, Ghana Club 100, celebrating Ghana's business leaders.
You can advertise your brand or business on ABC News GH Television. Call us on
030-278-8645 or 050-993-0360.
Mid-year budget review with some key allocations.
We are currently here at Kanisu.
When the news breaks, we are there. In the heart of matters arising, we follow through with the right question. Don't miss a beat with our in-depth news analysis. From breaking news, special feature stories, latest news, we bring you the stories that matter. Our team of immersed reporters bring you the news as it happens. Join us every 6 a.m., 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. each day for a comprehensive look at the stories beyond the headlines.
221.
You're watching ABC News GH.
ABC News GH, your trusted source for news.
Mid-year budget review with some key allocations.
We are currently here at Kanisu.
Some sports as the Premier League continues with Legon City FC battling with Accra Lions FC in Accra Derby today, October 25, to kickstart match day 8 of the Ghanaian top flight this weekend. Two struggling teams clash at the University of Ghana Stadium when Cities host Accra Lions. Kick-off time at 7 p.m. local time. Now, Nations FC returns to the Dr. Kwame Che Sports Complex to take on Vision FC on Sunday, October 27, 2024, whilst Gold Stars FC unbeaten team will be tested when they travel to the capital to face rejuvenated Hearts of Oak. Bechem United FC, fresh from their 1-1 draw to Vision FC, hosts Karila United FC at the Nanache Boa Park in Bechem on Sunday. Premier League new boys Holy Stars are back at the Crosby Ewua Memorial Park to face Asante Kotoko on Sunday. Now, Young Apostles FC welcomes Dreams FC to the Wenchi Sports Stadium, whilst Insuatreman FC make the long journey to Pando to battle Heart of Lions. Now, Diana's FC will be eager to return to winning ways when the host Mediama SC at the Nana Ajiman Bedu, the first pack, defending champions FC Samatex 1996, returning to the Insetre Sports Arena to battle in from Bekum Chelsea. Timber Giants' unbeaten run was halted by Asante Kotoko, whilst Chelsea dismantled Legon Cities at 3-1 in their last respective encounter. And now Paul Ayimba, official of FC Samatex 1996, has been charged with a breach of Section 1, Clause 4 of the GFA Disciplinary Code 2019, following Asante Kotoko's Ghana Premier League game against FC Samatex. It is alleged that his post-match commentary constitutes misconduct in its incite, hatred, and potential violence against Prosper Ogum, head coach of Asante Kotoko, ahead of the return fixtures at the Insetre Sports Arena. He has until Monday, October 28, 2024 to respond to the charges. Now, the Confederation African Football CAF has unveiled the list of nominees for the men's category for the CAF Awards 2024 as anticipation built for the awards evening scheduled on 16 December 2024 in Marrakech, Morocco. The CAF Awards 2024 cover the period between January 2024 and October 2024. 10 players have been shortlisted for the coveted CAF African Player of the Year, just as 10 players featured on the list for the CAF Interclub Player of the Year. The list included Amin Gwari from Algeria, Edmond Tapsoba from Burkina Faso, Samion Adingra from Cote d'Ivoire, Council Member DR Congo, Serou Guariti from Guinea, Achraf Hakimi from Morocco, Ademola Lukman from Nigeria, William Troost Ikon from Nigeria, Rowan Williams from South Africa. Hakimi was the finalist last year and lost out to Victor Osimhen. Williams is nominated in all 3 categories: Players of the Year, CAF Goalkeeper of the Year, and CAF Interclub Player of the Year. Another exciting category of the CAF Coach of the Year that features the top performing nations at the Total Engines CAF African Cup of Nations Cote d'Ivoire 2023. There are 10 nominees each for the Coach of the Year, CAF International Team of the Year, and Club of the Year. The CAF Young Player of the Year category, which celebrates talent under the age of 21, also include 10 rising stars. The CAF African Goalkeeper of the Year category with 10 outstanding goalkeepers nominated. The category continues to spotlight the brilliance of goalkeeper, further enriching the award ceremony scope. The winner of each category will be determined through vote from a diverse panel, including CAF technical committee, media professionals, and the head coaches and captains of member associations, as well as clubs participating in the group stages of interclubs competition. The list of nominees for the women's category will be announced shortly. Nigerian forward Victor Osimhen was named the CAF African Player of the Year in 2023, whilst Asita Oshola earned the title of CAF African Woman Player of the Year. Now here are the full list of nominees in alphabetical order by the member association. Player of the Year, we have Amin Gwari from Algeria, Edmond Tapsoba from Burkina Faso, Samion Adingra from Cote d'Ivoire. We have Chancellor Member DR Congo. We have Serou Guarisi from Guinea. We have Achraf Hakimi from Morocco. We have Sofiane Rahimi from Morocco, Ademola Lukman, Nigeria, William Troost Ikon from Nigeria. We have Rowan Williams, South Africa. And goalkeepers of the year, we have Usema Bembout from Algeria, Andre Onana from Cameroon. We have Fofana from Cote d'Ivoire, Mpasi from DR Congo, Mustafa from Egypt. We have Diarra from Mali, Stanley Nwabali from Nigeria, and Williams from South Africa. And also the Interclub Player of the Year, we have Osama Bembo from Algeria. We have Daniel from Burkina Faso. We have Ahmed Said Zizo from Egypt. We have Shahat from Egypt, Mustafa from Egypt. We have Abdulaziz Issa from Ghana, John Entry from Ghana. We have Memik from Tunisia. We have Maria from Tunisia. We have Williams from South Africa. And also the Coach of the Year, men, we have Pedro from Angola. We have Traore from Burkina Faso. We have Emile Faye from Cote d'Ivoire. Sebastian from DR Congo. We have Jose Gomez from Zamalek. We have Hugo Bruce from South Africa. Florent from El Al. We have Kwesi Appiah from Sudan. And young players of the year, we have Carlos Balaba from Cameroon. We have Konate from Cote d'Ivoire. We have Abdulaziz Issa from Ghana, and also Hadik Malik from Senegal. And also the club of the year, we have Petro Atletico from Angola, we have TP Mozambique from DR Congo, we have Al from Egypt, Zamalek from Egypt, Dreams FC Ghana, we have Simba Tanzania, Young Africans Tanzania, and also the national teams of the year men, we have Angola, we have Burkina Faso, we have Cote d'Ivoire, DR Congo, Morocco, Mozambique, Nigeria, South Africa, Sudan, Uganda. Unfortunately, we don't have Ghana in the list. So, and that's how we wrap up the sports segment here on ABC in the morning. For more news updates, please follow our website at www.abcnewsgh.com. I am Derek Kumi Kisiedu. Up next is Health Tips with Melo.
Trick segment on ABC in the morning. I am Eric Chineboa Melo, and it's time to do some tech news. Hey, it's weekend, so today we're taking it quite easy, and of course we are here to explore the dangers lurking in public Wi-Fi and provide you with some practical tips and expert advice on how to protect yourself. Most of you will be attending functions, and in today's digital age, public Wi-Fi is everywhere. So we are here to enlighten you about it, because from the coffee shop to airport, hotel, offices and parks, this is there. Now, while convenient, public Wi-Fi poses a significant risk to your personal data and online security. So here is what some experts have advised when using public Wi-Fi. So use a safe and trusted network. This means that you should not use Wi-Fi offered in public places to access university resources. Now, public networks are rarely encrypted, which could potentially allow data to be compromised by cyber criminals. Only connect to network you trust, such as home network. Okay, now it's very, very necessary that you use that when you're connecting to the Wi-Fi. Then again, you also would have to verify the network name before connecting. So if you are going out in a function where you do not really trust the networking system, you also have to be sure. So you have to verify the network name before connecting. This means that you have to confirm the exact spelling of the Wi-Fi network before connecting. Now, this will help you avoid fake networks. Yes, it will also help you not to be automatically connected to unavailable networks. So you also have to be sure to set your device to connect to the right network manually, so you can fully investigate all the available networks before connecting. Now, experts also have advised that we use a VPN. Now, that's your public network, which is a VPN, encrypt your internet connection, then again to secure your network internet provider. Now, this also makes you connecting with a VPN. No one is able to connect with you on the internet service provider. Now, businesses, network owners, nor any third-party hacker or snoop can't see the information you send over the network when using Wi-Fi with a VPN, with your privacy and security is protected as well. Now, experts also advise that we use we avoid Wi-Fi hotspots. Now, this one sometimes we get internet connections problem here and then, so you may want to also secure some hotspot here and there from your friend. But experts have advised that we avoid Wi-Fi connecting each other with hotspots. So do not connect automatically to Wi-Fi hotspots that are nearby. It means that you also have to edit your phone's Wi-Fi settings. Now, encrypting browsing only send personal information to websites are fully encrypted. It could be that before websites like the URL address. It also enables firewall to also make sure that Windows firewall is enabled to block viruses and other related hackings. And this is quite interesting, because most of us in the offices, sometimes we don't have data. We want to page our friends for data, but experts have advised that we take it easy. So use multi-factor authentication. Experts say it is necessary. So use your multi-factor authentication so that even if your password is stolen from public Wi-Fi, a second factor is needed. Now, you also would have to disable file sharing. So it means that you have to turn off files sharing so that your files are not accessible to others. It's quite interesting, So those of you who will be going out for functions, weddings, birthdays, and all of that, Charlie, if you know that you're going to have internet problems, then it means that the public Wi-Fi's you have to use need to be ensured. So the take note we're giving you is that if you use a computer to get online, make sure your security software, operating system, and internet browser are up to date. It means that you also have to update your phone's operating system too. Then again, turn on automatic updates to keep up with the latest protection. So that's all we have for you today on Tech Trick. And just as I said, the weekend is here, so take it easy when you're attending the function. Just protect your security. My name is Eric Chineboa Melo. Do have a great weekend. The show continues after this.
5 million children have benefited from free SHS. Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Baumia #1 on the ballot. Over 5 million children have benefited from free SHS. Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Baumia #1 on the ballot.
In 2017, the NPP inherited an infrastructure network in need of renewal. We've since focused on building modern, resilient infrastructure, expanding roads, railways, and housing through strong partnerships with the private sector. As we enter the next chapter, a revitalized Public Works Department will lead maintenance, with local governments enhancing district roads. We are committed to expanding railways and upgrading airports to connect Ghana for a stronger future. While much has been achieved, there's still more to do. Vote for Baumia. Baumia means business.
One night, 100 leading companies, 100 coveted business awards. This is the Ghana Club 100, powered by GIPC. It's time to honor Ghanaian companies that have stood the test of time, made an impact, and are blazing the trail in their respective industries. Join us for the 21st edition of the Ghana Club 100 Awards on Friday, October 25th, 2024 at 6 p.m. at the Palms at La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Purchase your tickets now via the USSD short code *365*2100#. Alternatively, you can call 0243-534-559 or 0247-600-860 to RSVP. This event is under the auspices of the Office of the President, Ranking Partner, KPMG, Ticket Partner, Koba, Diamond Sponsors, Platinum Sponsors, Gold Sponsors, Supporting Sponsors, Beverage Sponsors, Media Partner, ABC News TV, Ghana Club 100, celebrating Ghana's business leaders. One night, 100 leading companies, 100 coveted business awards.
In the morning live on ABC News GH. Thank you for staying with us. Let's hear your